It's week 2 of the NFL, and we'll see Brandon Ayuk. He was terrific last week, racking up the receiving yards and reaching the end zone. It's the Packers and the Jags, next on Madden Football.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Packers defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Olsen. Slant pass complete to Olave. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense. That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes the tackle for a loss.
The pass caught by Olave. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Olsen. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, the numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's a 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg. Olsen. That's taken in by Watson. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. That'll be caught by Parker. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try the left side. It's Parker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 6. Off play action. Olsen. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on this good position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Olsen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And that'll be caught downfield by Shenault. Now he'll be corralled well downfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Knight. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to it. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He finds his man complete. It's Peters. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. The Packers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Yeah, these are the types of plays we're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Brings up second and 17 at the Jaguars' 26-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm, only down 14-0, so continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. On second down, it's Parker. Shoves him away. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parker, and he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Olsen. Over the middle, he's got Parker. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Looking to throw. Olsen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun, and only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He finds his man complete. It's Peters. And he's going to handle the Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Olsen. His throw incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it's fielded at the 34. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll bring it up here right at the 40-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is taken at the 15. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Throwing on first down. Olsen throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Olsen. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Christian Watson. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here now, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Connection made with Shenault. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Complete to LaVisca Shenault.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa throwing the out route incomplete. That's Knight. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Tua going to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down now, it's Parker, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Plain and simple. That's the 2nd time today that he's dropped the pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Tua. He shakes him off. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Isaiah Pacheco with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers get a bit closer. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because, to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 are fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sink. And that'll bring up third.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Looking to throw. Olsen. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him the first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
2 now on 1st down. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
25-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 3rd down, Olsen. That is caught, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Olsen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll complete this one to Watson.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st down, Jaguars.
Back to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerome Baker came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
To throw on 2nd down, Olsen. He's into the secondary, and he'll be out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Olsen. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got him. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during the ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Well, there you go. So the best scramble today for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Like somebody thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure on the passer.
Looking to throw on second down. Olsen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Looking to throw. Olsen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So you're saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, over the part of the season because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That's a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing Tua.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Here's Tua.
That's a Packers touchdown.
Laviska Shenault
from 4 yards out.
And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Tua. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about it.
And got his man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
matriculating the ball down the field at this point of the game. They needed a big chunk, and they got one. And now, you're one completion away from giving your kicker a chance to win the game.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Parker, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And that play go absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This a long one from 54. It looks good, and it is good. From 54 yards away, he bangs it through. And the Jaguars have won the game.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon,